When running a business, one of the things that you can easily forget to do and try and manage without is setting targets. Now, especially if you run a business in Nigeria, some persons might think that, oh, what's the point of setting targets? After all, the economy, the way things are going will just scatter the targets you have set. But the truth is, when you set targets, they have a way of conditioning you psychologically, physically, to move and make drastic decisions for your business. Hello, everyone. I'm Duchess Osato, and you're welcome to Business Conversations podcast. So today, I'm going to talk about setting targets. It's the it's the second half of the year already. July is really moving fast, and a good number of us are already feeling bad about how the year has been. Then this month of July, the rains have just been on another level, and it has affected how we do business. Whether you are operating a brick and mortar business or you're operating online, it has affected you one way or the other, especially if you are selling physical products. I'm not saying those that are offering services are not affected. It's just that those selling physical products have to deal with the XYZ of delivery, responding to customers' complaints, getting people to walk into their stores, and all those many, many shenanigans. So it has not been an easy one. But do you know that the fact that things have not been easy doesn't mean you should not set targets? Setting targets gives you a focus, and you should be setting targets for literally every aspect of your business. Now, if you know how much it costs you as a business to run on a monthly basis, believe me when I say you would approach your marketing differently, you would approach your customer service differently, you would package your products or services differently, and you would show up differently for your business because there's the consciousness that this is what it costs for your business to be open every month. This is what it will take for your business to make money every month. Now, whether you have a physical location or not, you have different overheads you cover. So for people that have work in stores, you pay rent, you pay for utility, waste, lights, you buy fuel for generator, and all of those things. Then those that have switched to solar, some of you are doing installments. You're paying in installments for your solar system on a monthly basis. You pay staff salaries if you have staff. Now these are monthly increments. For rent, some people may say, no, I pay rent once a year. But if you're smart as a business person, you should split that amount into 12 months and ensure that every month you are able to make that monthly payment. So at the beginning of the month, it only makes sense for you to sit down and say, okay, what do I need to do this month? How much do I need to make for my business to be open? And you calculate everything, staff salaries, the overhead runnings, the cost of production or wholesale materials that you're going to buy, your salary, social media payments, and all of that. By the time you calculate, you see how much your business needs to be able to be opened. Then you now divide that amount by the average amount it is you sell of your products or the services you offer, and you'll be able to tell how many products you should sell or how many or the frequency of services you should offer, or how many people you should offer your services to before you can break even and cover your expenses for the month. So if, for instance, your expenses for the month is 200,000 naira and the average item you sell is 20,000 naira, that simply means you need to sell 20 pieces of that item to cover conveniently the cost of opening your business in that 1 month. So this target even includes I'm talking that like on the money side now. This target even includes how much you pay yourself. I don't know if I did mention that. So imagine you know that plus your salary, plus staff salaries if you have, shop rent and everything, your expense for the month is 200,000 naira, or you're supposed to have 200,000 naira to cover that running cost for the month. You will sit up. You will know that if on a normal month you sell maybe 4 or 5 of the items that you're selling, and you now know that you need to sell 20 of them to be able to cover your costs, you sit up. You won't just be doom scrolling through Instagram or TikTok. You will be more intentional. You will tweak your marketing to ensure that people patronize you. That is what setting a target does for you. It gets you to sit up, it gets you to take your business very seriously. Now, don't get discouraged that things might not be going the way you expected them to go in business, especially when you set a target. It just means that it's the climate for the time. So let's say, for instance, your running cost for the month is 200,000, and out of that 200,000, your cost for rent, the amount you're supposed to put aside for rent, is 100,000 naira, for example. If in that month you're not able to make 200,000 naira in total, but you're able to make, let's say, 150, you can decide to maybe cover every other thing and say, okay, rent couldn't get 100,000, rent got 50,000 naira. Do you know that it's better that you have that 50,000 naira aside from rent for that month than to have nothing at all? Some of us will just sit and wait till when rent is about to expire, they'll start running up and down looking for sharp jobs that will quickly give us our rent money. No, that's not how you should be doing business. Okay. Now, I understand that different quarters, we're talking of the first quarter, second quarter, third, and fourth quarter, they have different rush frequencies, different levels of patronage. If it takes you 200,000 naira for your business to be open in a month, and that month happens to be a very good month, and you ended up making sales and you made about 500,000 naira, you got a revenue of 500,000 naira. Congratulations, it's a plus to you. If it's a month you got a revenue of 150, you did okay, you can do better next month. So what this does is the higher performing months cover for the lower performing months. You don't just sit down and do nothing in every month. You set a target in every month. So this is like the financial side. Talking about other targets that you can set, you should be setting targets for how many inquiries you want to get. If you have a website, how many persons should click on your website? If you have a social media page, how many persons should follow your social media page in a particular time? Have a target. Don't just assume that things will fix themselves. Don't just assume that all of these things will be in place. Okay? So as a business, be very intentional with setting your targets. It's the second half of the year. Yes, you didn't know how to do this thing in the first half. Now you are learning in the second half. It's not too late in this month of July to start now to set targets for your business. Have monthly targets, weekly targets, quarterly targets, and biannually targets. It helps you to do business better. Set targets for every aspect of your business, and trust me, you will see the difference. It will definitely show in the bottom line, and your business will be glad you made that decision. So, here's me wishing you a very productive business day.